Hi, so today I wanted to do a quick video on how to choose and the process going behind what weight program that you may want to use. I wanted to do this because just recently I did this. So I knew that I wanted to do some sort of a new weight program. I wanted to mix it up, and I looked all over, and you find reviews of programs, but I had a hard time figuring out how to go about it. So I thought maybe my experience of trying to figure out which one was right for me might be helpful to some of you out there. So essentially what I was doing is I would lift, Mondays I would do chest and tries, and Tuesdays I would do maybe back, Wednesdays shoulders, Thursdays legs, and that's kind of how I trained. So I trained for just kind of those areas, but I didn't really train to grow. In other words, I just made sure I hit every area, but I wasn't training strategically with purpose so that I could, efficiently increase my max. And that's really when I wanted to, figure out some kind of a program so that I could efficiently increase my strength as fast as I could. So I started looking around there as to what programs there were. And the first thing that I realized is you really need, before deciding what program you want, you really need to figure out what your goal is. Like, is your goal powerlifting? Then pick a powerlifting program. Is your goal just general fitness? Then there's programs for that. If your goal is just strength training, but not necessarily powerlifting, but you just want to get stronger, there's programs for that. And that's why I had kind of a hard time, because I am a power lifter, but that's not my be-all, end-all. I don't just want to be a power lifter, just focus on the three main lifts: squat, bench, deadlift. I still want to have a day where I do back. I still want to have a day where I do just biceps, and like today I did biceps and traps. I want to have those days. It's not just everything about powerlifting, but I do compete in powerlifting, and I want to do well in powerlifting, so I need to have kind of a powerlifting type program. So I looked, and I looked at a ton of different programs. I started with Starting Strength. Some of you know Starting Strength, Mark Rippetoe. That, just so you know, it's a strength program. It's not a powerlifting program. It's just a strength program. Period. End of story. It's not a general fitness program. That program is to build more strength. It focuses on the three powerlifting lifts, but it also focuses on the press and then some Olympic lifts. Some really positives about Starting Strength: it's simple. You can find a ton of information online. It really embeds in you form, which I like. Mark Rippetoe is kind of funny, and if you watch some of his videos, you'll see that. It really embeds in you. All you need is a barbell, weights, and a pull-up bar, and you can pretty much do everything. Then you just increase the weight 5 pounds every week, and voila, you get stronger. So it's super simple. I think it's a good place to start. A lot of people say it's more just a novice program, or for somebody that's brand new. I think there's, to some degree, that's true, but you could be super experienced and do Starting Strength and still get stronger. But that's all it is. It's a strength program. What I didn't like about Starting Strength, for me personally, is it is vanilla. When I say vanilla, I mean if you look at Rippetoe's program, he doesn't even have incline bench or adjustable bench. He doesn't believe in trap bars. It's just strictly barbell training. And so I would diet board him. I have in my bedroom gym, I have all these different things that I can use. I got the Rogue Slinger. I need a little bit of variety. And so I was glad I researched it. I was glad I looked at it, but the bottom line is that wasn't for me. I also looked at the 5th set. I don't know if some of you have seen the 5th set. You can get this off Elite FTS. You can also get it off Amazon. So the 5th set's specifically for powerlifting, right? It's a power lifter riding a program for powerlifting. Very interesting, really well written. The back of it has actual templates of programs and accessory movements, which I thought was nice. What you find out when you start researching different powerlifting programs is they almost always tell you stick with the powerlifting movement first and then find accessory movements after that that are going to benefit that main movement. 5th set does that. So does 531. I also talk about the conjugate method. But so that was pretty interesting in that it gives you a lot of ideas of what some of the accessory movements are. What I didn't like about the 5th set is you only do your workouts, a training schedule, 3 times a week. And then the 4th time, so it's basically you're working out 4 times in 9 days. For some people, that may be a huge positive because you're short on time. I enjoy working out. I do it because it's good for me mentally. I don't want to just work out 4 times in 9 days. The other thing with me, with my body, thank goodness right now, is I recover quickly. And so I can lift 6 days a week and have no problems. As long as I'm not injured, and right now I'm not injured. So I don't want to just lift 3 or 4 times every 9 days. It also brings in as many reps as possible on the last set, which is kind of the whole idea around the 5th set, which I think is cool. Good program, especially if you're short on time. This might be one to check out. I also looked at 531. 531's from Jim Wendler. 531's really interesting. Again, it's based on the main movements, right? Bench, squat, deadlift, also press. I add press in there, but he talks about it. And the cycles are month long. And then you go up 5 pounds after that month-long cycle. You use 90% of your max to start, and then you just go 5 pounds more, 5 pounds more, 5 pounds more. Really good. He also has some different kind of templates in there in the back where he talks about what he would do. Like on Monday, he would press, and then he would do some other things. So I like 531. I liked it. To me, it resonated a little bit more than the 5th set. But ultimately what I did, and then before I get to that, and then there's the conjugate method. And you can find a million different books on the conjugate method. This one's from Jacob Rothenberg, who you can find him on Facebook too and reach out to him. He does a bunch of different things, but he's a pretty decent power lifter in his own right. And it goes through really what the conjugate method's all about. And it's fairly short. It's 70 pages, which for me is a benefit because I don't want to read a 500-page book on the conjugate method. But there's a lot of other free research out there. So anyway, I looked at all those things and I had to figure out what I wanted for myself. I know I like to lift. I like to lift more than just a couple days a week. I have the time to do it. I make time to do it because I enjoy it. So I ended up choosing kind of a 5-3-1 hybrid method. So I do 5-3-1. So I do like on Mondays, that's my press day with some accessory movements. And so the first cycle, it's 5, 5, and 5. The second cycle, it's 3, 3, and 3. The third cycle, it's 5 reps, 3 reps, 1 rep, or as many as possible. To truly understand it, you're going to have to look at it. But so I do that. I do that during the week on all the 3 major powerlifting lifts plus press. Then on the weekends, I tend to do a hybrid. That's why I say it's a hybrid, is I do low reps, heavy weight for bench and for squat. So it's kind of a conjugate method / 5-3-1. It works for me. So I waited to do this video because I wanted to make sure what I was doing worked. In the last year, my squat's gone up almost 100 pounds. So now I'm up over 430 pounds. I think I did, well, I know I did 435 a week or two ago. And a year ago, it was like maybe 350. So I guess that's not 100 pounds, but it's gone up 70, 80 pounds, at least in the last 9 or 10 months. My bench, I already had a decent bench. So I was already benching over 300, but I had plateaued, and I've done this for the last number of months, and it's gone up to where I'm now well over 350. And then deadlift, I've incorporated it, and I've seen gains too where I've hit personal records. So for me, it's really working. I enjoy it. I would recommend, if you're looking at choosing a weightlifting program, I guess some things I learned is, number one, the first thing to start is, what are your goals? Like, is it going to be a powerlifting? Is that your goal? Is it going to be like for hypertrophy? Is that your goal? Hypertrophy, excuse me. Is that your goal? Is it going to be just general fitness? Is it just strength? Is it to work out for looks? What is your goal? And then finding something that matches your goal, and that also matches your resources, which are time, gym. Do you go to the gym? Do you have your own gym? All of those things. And then from that, you can kind of tailor it to what you want to do. But so again, check it out. Fifth set, 5-3-1 conjugate method. There's also Juggernaut AI. You can, a lot of people, I think Basement Brandon has some good videos on that. But that's kind of expensive. So I didn't check that out, but a lot of people swear by that. That was my process. So I hope you got some benefit out of it. I'm going to be posting a review on the Westside Barbell Reverse Hyper, which is actually a Rogue Reverse Hyper, here pretty soon. So stay subscribed.